Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
This is the Kremlin, ground zero for global communism, a festering pustule on the pasty face of pure evil. Look at these people, communists, all of them, just walking around like everything is normal, posing as ordinary people. Yet what are they really doing? Communisming. Look at these giant propaganda posters of communist leaders. Marx, Lenin, Stalin, and that other guy. Is that Engels? I don't know what he looked like. That looks like Mel Gibson when he went crazy. Anyway. Russia is currently building the largest, deadliest army on Earth. This is a threat to the entire globe. Everybody knows only America is supposed to do that. If anybody is going to threaten the world, it's us. This is why your tax dollars are going to our military, contractors, loyal American billionaires dedicated to the defense of their pocketbooks. This is the leader of the Soviet Union, Joseph Stalin. Look at him. I mean, just look, right? What an asshole. But what is communism? This is Karl Marx, one of the four Marx brothers. He believed that all people everywhere should live in peace and prosperity, all needs met, free from fear and want, and able to live meaningful and fulfilling lives. What a monster! Marx said that the workers of the world should rise up against the innocent bourgeoisie who ruthlessly exploit them. The proletarians have nothing to lose. Wait, proletarians? Isn't the correct word proletariat? Somebody check that out. Be sure to edit this part. This was the Tsar, the proud and capitalism-friendly leader of Russia. A kind, inbred moron who took advice from everyone, from lickspittle court toadies to sexually insane monks. These were the Cossacks, who on behalf of the Tsar rid Russia of its enemies, like the Jews and, well, mostly the Jews. In 1904, as tensions spread across Europe, Russia went to war with the most evil nation in all of Europe, Japan. Known to the world as the Emerald Isle, Japan kicked Russia's ass. The peasants began to ask, is the Tsar an inbred moron? Then the Great War spread across Europe, and Russia fought against Germany, a country that would never lose a world war ever. This went very badly for Russia, and soon the common people were getting very un-American ideas. Communists, ungrateful for the Tsar's gifts of authoritarian crackdowns and widespread famine, took advantage of these entirely necessary consequences of a free market to convince the stupid peasants that the effete and ineffective aristocracy was somehow the enemy. In 1917, the peasants were revolting, just as Mel Brooks predicted. The filthy unwashed slaughtered the aristocratic elite, causing stock prices to plunge and wiping out everybody's 401k. Ever heard of this asshole? Vladimir Lenin. No relation to the guy who thought double fantasy was a good idea. He canceled democracy in the nascent Soviet Union, causing democratic leaders across the West to ask, wait, We can do that? Here's Leon Trotsky. Boy, I'd sure like to pick his brain. And then Stalin, former male model and close personal friend of Adolf Hitler. But he was an adherent of Marx, the guy who wanted to unite all of humanity. What a villain. Communists around the world founded the Third International, more despicable than the First and Second Internationals combined. The goal was to foster workers' revolutions in every country on earth, overthrowing the global capitalist order. This effort was undermined and destroyed by communism's greatest enemy, Joseph Stalin. Under Stalin, workers slaved for the state, subsumed by the needs of the group over the individual. Americans believe, and our religions teach, that individual liberty comes before the needs of the group, that the individual is sovereign. Yes, Jesus taught this. For instance, in Acts 2:42-47, the Bible tells us, "And all who believed were together, and had all things in common. And they were selling their possessions and belongings and distributing the proceeds to all as any had need." Wait, hold on. No, not that. Oh, here. Corinthians 12:12-20. "For just as the body is one and has many members, and all the members of the body, though many, are one body." Who wrote this? A communist? "Now this evil nation, this iniquitous hotbed of sin, this corrupt enemy of the people, and by the people I mean the rich, has an atomic bomb. No righteous nation would ever use an atomic bomb on anyone. Such a slaughter of human beings, including countless innocent civilians, must never..." Oh, hold on, I'm being handed a note. Oh. Meanwhile, in glorious America, we protect the free world from the scourge of communism. While Russians labor in poverty and famine, capitalism is ending poverty. Eventually, we promise. We feed the world, and all we ask in return is that they agree to onerous World Bank loans that let us run their country and pay their workers practically nothing to make our Xboxes and iPhones. America has been aiding the developing world for 80 years, which is why all those developing countries are fully developed today. And we founded the United Nations, headquartered in the non-aligned, neutral, international city of New York. Here, every nation can have a voice in world affairs as long as they're on the Security Council. Through the decades, the non-binding resolutions of this august body have accomplished something our ancestors would not have believed: over 100 tons of unread documents. Plus, we are pouring trillions of dollars into our military-industrial complex, billions of which are actually spent on our soldiers and weapons. This great army of the West could defeat our enemies in a matter of days, whether it's Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, or even that den of Islamist perfidy and a total refusal to let us own their oil wells and exploit their workers, Iran. Of course, America wants peace with socialist nations everywhere. That's why we undermine, kidnap, and assassinate their democratically elected leaders, support far-right coups, and install friendly dictators who will let us exploit their workers. For peace, for freedom, for Jesus. Not radical left Jewish Bible Jesus, but white, hetero, American Jesus.